thumbs up, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my channel, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unbiased and unapologetic. What I was doing is I was giving my voice a chance to hear myself a break. So, guys, I have a few things that I want to go ahead and talk about. But before I go into my commentary about Martell and Melanie with this custody battle, gosh, look like it's a never ending. I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about what's going on, guys, with this PP loan. I mean, look like the president Biden is coming down with a lot of this stuff, which, like I said, what did they expect? They thought that they was going to go ahead and just get free money and nobody was going to do anything about it. Ain't nothing in life free. But this right here, I want to go ahead and talk about before I get into all this stuff that's going on with Mel and Martell. And also, someone has sent me an email wanting me to talk about these people, Krishan Rock and Blueface, which I'm not too familiar with them. But the little bit that I saw, man, gosh, they are a mess. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that as well. But let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up with President Biden. So just go ahead and bear with me, guys, because when it comes to stuff like this, let me see if I can, yes. Let me see if y'all can see it. Yeah, right here. I want to go ahead and talk about this right here. Frida, can you see this right here, what I just posted? Let me go ahead and load this down. But right here, it is saying that President Biden has signed into law two bipartisan bills aimed at tackling those who have committed fraud under the pandemic relief program. And it says right here, and this coming from the Shed Room, it says President Joe Biden is making sure that those who have committed fraud on the programs that was starting to bring relief for their business during the pandemic faces the consequences for their action. And according to CNN on Friday, Biden signed two bipartisan bills that will be directed at holding those accountable for committing fraud through the Paycheck Protection Program of COVID-19 Economy Injury Disaster Loan Program. The two laws will elongate the time frame prosecutors have to prosecute individuals who commit fraud through those programs. So I'm guessing, guys, that's dealing with the PP loans as well. But like I say, what these people expect? They thought that these people was going to go ahead and just give them some free money. They got to be crazy if that's what they thought. But they better be ready, because these people, they coming back for their money, trust me. And I don't blame them, because half of these people, they know good and well that that money, was for the people that really needed, that people that had businesses, and you claiming businesses knowing that you don't have it. And Lord, I just feel pity for them, especially, all the ones that got this money fraudulent, because these people, they coming back, which I knew that these people was going to come back on their money. People were saying that they was going to go ahead and give a write-off, but I didn't believe that, guys. I didn't believe that at all. I knew that those people was coming back for their money. Who the heck they thought that was going to give them money just to go ahead and sit on their tail? The devil is a liar. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about that because, a lot of people, had got that money. And like I said, ain't nothing in life free. If everybody else got to pay, you got to pay too, So that's what I wanted to go ahead and talk about. And also, what Frida said, yeah, everyone and their mom was getting those loans. Yeah, I want to claim that they had businesses, and knowing that they didn't have a business. I have a business, and I didn't sit there and let me load the television now. I had a business, and I wasn't gonna claim it. Why would I claim it when I know good and well ain't nothing affect me? And they knew that these people was going to come after them. So that's something on them, so they better be prepared, because those people are coming for them. So what I also want to go ahead and talk about, which guys, I already had called it on my channel, from day one. I already told you guys, Martell, he was upset about all this stuff that was going on. Let me see if I can go ahead and read some of the stuff, which you heard it from me first, because I told you guys what Martell was upset about. And he was upset about his kids bouncing from one home to another, especially the places that he didn't want it. And like I said, guys, that's his children. And if he don't want his kids at certain places in certain homes, that's his business. Ain't nobody can get mad about it, which I already told you guys what was going to happen. Martell had put it up, then he had deleted it, but I already knew what was going on. I already knew. I called it last week. Go watch my videos. I knew already what was going on. I knew exactly why he was upset. What man wouldn't? And this is what he had posted. He said, good co-parenting isn't spreading lies on social media. And then let me go ahead and read this part, because this is the part that I want to read, where it says, Melanie, please leave me alone. You moved on. I move on. Stop attempting to destroy me. We have 4 beautiful children together. Stop going live and doing interviews if you don't want to speak positive about the father of your 4 children. I have not spoken negatively or about you lately, even when asked about you. Melanie, stop lying about court and custody, and even a little childish. Martell forget to make the kids' lunch, laugh out loud. I told my kids they were eating at school, in which lots of kids do. Which, like I said, I'm team right. I'm not picking a side. I don't care how it may sound to you guys, but like I say, anyone with common sense and who have a family and been through all this stuff, they could see through it. Ain't nothing new under the sun. And when Melanie, when she came on live after most likely someone had told her that Martell had posted some pictures with the kids, bringing them to school, which most likely Martell just did that just to go ahead, and, just to get at Melanie. But Melanie, she was not there. And Melanie, she jumped up and she came straight on live and said that she was bringing the kids food and also going and giving her kids a hug, which you guys know already had said that, I wish Melanie, she just would have just saved face and just, don't say anything. Don't even come on live, because 2 wrongs don't make it right. And if Melanie would have went, just say, when the kids got out of school, went and picked them up, I could see, that was, that would have been cool, because Martell, he brought them and she go and she pick them up. But to say that you went and disrupt the kids while they was in school, in class, just to go ahead and give them a hug and bring them lunch, which most likely, good and well that Martell wouldn't have sent his kids to school hungry. They have lunch cafeterias. Hey, Frida. Frida says, make it even. Bless. Hi, Bless. How are you? Guys, welcome to my live. Unapologetic and unbiased. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and talk from 7 to 8. At least I'm gonna try. And if you guys want to go ahead and join my live afterwards, we can and talk about it. If not, I just go ahead and close it down. But you guys know I already had to call this, man. Like I said, it don't take a child to understand, to figure this out, especially when you going into a very nasty custody battle. Things like that happen, and it's going to be a very easy case, because everyone had said that Martell, he had dropped out, he didn't have all his paperwork, his paperwork right, where he didn't go something to court or something dealing with his attorney, which I know all that stuff was a lie. It's just these trolls out there just trying to stir some stuff and looking from the outside in, really don't know exactly what's going on. um but hi, I am. And like I said, this is stuff, this is nothing new. None of this stuff is new. We all been through some of this stuff, which I never been through a divorce, but this right here, people go through stuff like this. But also Martell had wrote, which he had took it down, but I messaged him and I told him, I said, why you took it down, put it back up. So he had put it back up. And this right here, it says, my son kids, she stated that I hit my son 25 times and hit him on the head and made him bleed. She didn't contact me to ask what really happened. She contacted her attorney, and they took my kids away from me. I won in court because she lied. And it says, how sad is this? Now I'm suing because when she made those accusations, she kept my children away from me for 56 days. This was the reason wasn't filming with her. And he said that's the reason why he wasn't filming with her, which we thought it was something else, But if you listen to these bloggers, man, they'll have you all messed up. But this is what he said. That was the reason why he wasn't filming with Melanie. He said it started in January. She made me miss my baby girls, Mariah and Malia, birthday. Mariah used to cry to stay with me before those 56 days. Wow. Afterwards, she cried twice because she missed her mom. I love that she missed her mom. Her mom just went about it the wrong way. Right now, Melanie is in contempt of court on more than one thing. If you guys knew the real Melanie, you guys would unfollow and no longer be fans, just like everybody that once was her friend are no longer her friend. God didn't tell you to go. He told everybody around you. And like I said, guys, this right here is going to be messy. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to make sure that they air this on Love and Marriage in Huntsville when it comes on. I think it's going to be in September. But when you get the kids involved in stuff like this, it's just really, like I said, at the end of the day, the only ones that's going to get hurt is the kids. But you can see a lot of shadiness is going on and a lot of immature stuff is going on. And like I said, I'm team right. I feel that, kids is off limit. That's why I didn't post no kids on, my live. And I'm not going to post none of their kids on my live anymore, because these kids are old enough where they can get on the internet and they see all this stuff. And not only that, the kids see all this stuff, the bloggers that posting these kids, if I was Melanie and Martell, I would go and strike every channel down. And the reason why is because you don't know who else is watching these kids and go and start these kids. It could be pedophiles, anybody. So why would you go ahead just as for monetary gain and post these kids? Now, if they do it, that's their business. But you don't have to post it on your channel, because we know you don't have no love for these kids. So no way in the world that I will post these kids. And when I did, I sat there and I blotted them out. But I said I will never, ever post these kids again on my channel, because I don't like posting children on my channel anyway. I think that kids should be off limits. But like I say, this is going to be nasty. But the thing about it is that he have kids that's, I think 3 of them that can talk and speaks very well, very articulate. And I know exactly how this stuff works. I know exactly how it works. And most likely, if those kids have a therapist or, whoever that's, they're part of their support team going through all this stuff that they are going through. These people, they are taking notes. And every piece of paper, every picture, every video, because it's all about the kids. It's what's best for the kids. They're going to hand all that over to the judge. And I know exactly how it happened. Because I used to place foster kids. And I know exactly how it happened. And most likely when they go to court, they're already going to talk to the kids. The kids know exactly what's going on. And the kids not going to lie. When stuff like this, kids does not lie. Kids does not lie at all. And it's not going to be no one in that room, but most likely their therapist, or it might not even be their therapist, just them and the judge. And a judge is going to set these kids aside and they're going to talk to those kids. And those kids, in all the questions, all the concerns, and whatever they sitting there, they blaming on each other. They jotting all that stuff down, and they gonna ask those kids those same questions. That's usually how it works. Well, I don't know why free to say why he isn't trying to get the other kid by the mistress. Maybe because the mistress have her kids in her home. She's with her kids. Maybe he want his kids from Melanie because Melanie, she's flying here and there and everywhere. She have a total different life than what his mistress have. Melanie, she wants to be in the entertainment now. And you can't drag the kids, like I said, all over the place. Which I had a feeling because I talked about it. I say most likely when Melanie, she was in Atlanta, she brought the kids to her brother's house. And Martell, he already has spoken. He said that her brother, I guess his husband, had kept the kids. And he stated it on his notes. Let me see if I can go ahead and finish reading it. Because he said that Melanie brother husband was the ones that kept his kids. And he already said that he did not wanted his kids, staying with them. He don't have nothing against their lifestyle, but it's a certain way that he wants to raise his kids. And as a father, that's his choice. But right here it says, they said, let me go ahead and read this over and say, Melanie stopped lying about court and custody, and even the little childish Martell forgot to make the kids lunch, laugh out loud. I told my kids they were eating at school, in which lots of kids do. Then he went on and said, I'm 2-0 in court, and she is 0-2. My attorney is 4-0 against her attorney. The courtroom isn't social media. Judge hear facts. Didn't I just say that? If you have anything else to say, Mel, make sure I'm there for my side of the story, because we know you do say anything for social media. I'm requesting full custody because she had over 24 people since our separation, with only a few being her family members. Watch our children. Wow. Martell just said right here that that Melanie had 24 different people watching his kids. And you could see the way that he interact with his kids, that he more of a traditional type of father anyway. And I'm not talking about that cheating and all this other stuff, guys. I don't even want to separate that. We talking about the kids. And it says right here, I'm requesting full custody because she had over 24 people since our separation, which only a few, being her family members, watch our kids, including Marcus, in my city for 2 nights, while Melanie flew to another state without informing the father of anything. So I guess Marcus is Melanie's brother, and he's the one, that he having a problem with, because he had married you know he had married a man, and I guess that's what he having a problem with. But like I said, it's his kids. And Martell went on and said that he knew nothing about that. And it says nothing saying they are bad people, just saying that some things Melanie and I both were against initially. So I guess he's saying that Melanie was also against it as well, that, his kids was not going to sleep into her brother's home, not unless, I guess, they are there. So, and then it went on and said, all I ask is that I have the first right of refusal. If she is unable to keep the kids during her time with them, this is something most moms would want: a supportive dad who loved their kids and would rather keep them than sending them to multiple people when the mom is too busy. So what can you argue about that, guys? You can't argue about that. If he chose to keep the kids when Melanie is out there doing her gigs or whatever she's doing out there, he wants to go ahead and pick up the slack and have the kids under the same roof with him. At least they are in their same bed. Then, I don't see a problem with it. So we're going to see, like I said, it all depends how the judge look at it. And it says right here, it says we get the kids on every other week. We know that sometimes things may happen or come up when we have our kids, and that's okay. My issue is the excessiveness of different people watching our kids. So that's the concern that he have. His concern is that he don't want his kids around other people. Stop saying that I'm not acting like a supportive dad. I've been the more active parent since day one. Before cameras, I really love and care for my children unconditionally. I'm also suing Melanie for falsely accusing me of abusing my son/kids. Wow. This is going to be nasty, guys. Hi, sophisticated brat. Queen Tossel. Hi. Well, he says several people. On here it says several people. But he also said that Melanie also had agreed to the same values that he agreed to. Hi, I am. Guys, thank you for joining my live. Let me see what they're saying right here. Well, that's what he said. That's, I'm only reading what he's saying. And like I said, the way that this is going to work out, guys, is that really the way that they're going to go ahead and solve it, they're going to question the kids. And I don't care what Melanie says or Martell says, the kids going to be the ones that get the last word, where they are happy at and what's best for the kids. Usually that's how it works out. Let me see what else it's saying. And then he wrote afterwards, She cried twice because she missed her mom. Well, I love that she missed her mom, which I read that one already. But guys, like I said, I don't know. I'm just only the messenger, just reading what I see. Bless said, Frida don't know who these people are, don't watch any of those shows, right? And we know who the cheat and the liar is. Frida said that. I am say he needs to try and get his builder's license. Let me see. That's good. He's a good father. Let me see. Frida say, so he say. And I am says she's working. So if she's working, what Martell has said that if she go out there on any gigs, he wants to be the first choice. He want to make sure that his kids is home in their bed, not with different people. And I don't blame him. And the reason why I don't blame him, if it's true, because people, you don't know what's on their mind. And I'm not saying that these people are bad people, because he said the same thing. He don't think that none of the people that Melanie, and I don't think Melanie would put her children in harm's way. But people, like I said, people have spirits, different spirits. And you have to watch how those spirits attach on these kids. Look at these kids. Look at these kids today that parents are in the entertainment industry. These kids, they practically grow up themselves. These kids just, it's not easy in the entertainment industry. It's very demonic. And especially when you're not an A-list singer or A-list actress. And Melanie, she's just getting her foot in the door, and I'm all for her. That's her dream. That's what she want to do. That's her dream. But still, of all, you have small kids, so you have to take consideration of all that. Now, if she chose to follow her dreams, because like I said, at her age, doors of opportunities, it don't open, all the time. So if the doors are open, then I will bust straight through it. But make sure that you are talented. Make sure you are gifted, because you don't want to be like Kim Zolciak, a one-hit wonder. And we know when it comes to business, Melanie, that's her calling. That's in her lane. Now, I don't know if music is, because so far from what I heard, and I know I'm not tone deaf, it looked like the stage that she was on when she opened up for Monica, it was like the stage was a little too big for her. And I also saw some pictures where I think she was in, I don't know, somewhere in California, Vegas, or wherever she was carrying her own bags, opening the door herself. So quite obvious she don't have a huge team, because if she had a huge team, no way, a celebrity would be carrying their own bags. And I'm just saying, guys, I'm only saying what I see. But, me, I would, at least, I would find out, make sure my children are happy. Because, at the end of the day, that's what matters. And sooner or later, those kids grow up so fast. And those kids gonna always remember all those little small moments. Those kids gonna, they're gonna remember all those things. And when they grow up, trust me, they gonna tell you exactly how they felt when they was a child. I know how it worked. No, you don't have to stop living because you are a parent. No, not at all. You don't have to stop living, but you want to make sure, especially in the world that we live in now, you want to make sure that your kids are healthy and making sure that your kids are around people that you know that's close to their heart. And me, from living in the South, and also like I said, dealing with putting kids in homes, I know that stuff affect those kids, and those kids comes with different attitudes and different traumas. You be wondering, where did these kids get all this stuff from? Like I said, I can't, we live now in a world now that, you just can't trust your kids around everybody. And especially when you have a certain way that you wants to raise your kids, which I do understand the reason why it happened, because of what Martell did when he stepped out of his marriage, and that broke up the home. I understand all that. And I'm not giving Martell a pass, because usually when you coming out of a broken home, and separation and fighting for custody and all this stuff, nasty stuff, stuff like that, it happens. And the kids are caught up in the middle. That's why we have to be careful. We have to be very mindful, the things that we do in life. Because just because we making some dumb mistakes, you not only making it for yourself, is affecting the kids as well. No, I don't think that Melanie is going to put her children in harm's way. But like I said, he is also the father, and he may see something that we don't see, because like I'm saying, we are looking from the outside in. And I know Melanie cannot be in two places at one time. If she's out there on the road, and you cannot sit there and say, I'm in the entertainment industry, and you get booked, you're going to have to meet those obligations, especially when you sign a contract. If not, you'll get sued. So it's not that if Melanie is in the entertainment industry and her calendar is booked, then she's going to have to meet those obligations. Sophisticated said, I grew up in foster homes and group home and worked 20 years of my life with mentally challenged children. How we grow up does have a great impact of who you become. Quite obvious, yes. I have 2 foster kids. Yes, I know. Like I say, you don't know my story. I only could tell you, like I said, people always sit there and say, well, you don't know this, you don't know. I only could tell you what I've been through. It's very hard. And those kids tells me today, those kids are 20 and 22, tells me today, which some kids, I ain't gonna tell you a lie, foster kids are different than what Martell kids are going through. But foster kids, they've been through so much trauma, so much, where when you get the kids, they tend to block all the stuff that had happened in their past. Because some of my kids, they don't remember what had happened in their child. They don't remember none of the stuff that happened when they was with their mom. They really forgets all that stuff. They block it all out. When you show your kids love, they blocks all that out. They blocks it all out. And my son is doing very good in college. And my daughter is doing very good. So like I said, it all depends how you treat your kids. So you can't tell me what I already know, what I already been through. So she can do both, and she's scheduled her traveling around her schedule when she has her children. Well, quite obvious, I am, according to what Martell is saying, is that she can't do both. He's saying that when she have a gig, she bringing the kids to friends and family. Now that's what he said. We only can go by what he said because, like I said, we looking from the outside in. And Sophisticated, I see why you and I had such a kindred spirit. Yes. Yes. God is good. God is good. Sometimes even children raised in love homes suffer just because of the fact that the homes has been broken. Yes. Yes. But I love your testimony, Sophisticated. I really love your testimony. And one day you and I can talk about it. And also, I would like my kids to talk to you as well. Because, they really don't remember. Because, see, when I got my kids was like my son was 9 months. And the girl, my girl, she was 4 years old. So they really don't remember a lot of stuff that had happened. But they have a very good support team. And also, we have their little book, their little life book, where they can, all the stuff that, they've been through over the years. The host children are happy. And if they have any issues, it's because of Martell behavior. Well, I hope that they share the kids from that. I would love that. Yes. Yeah. I see why we had a kindred spirit. Yeah. My kids are doing very, very good. Very well. And they know that they are foster kids, but they are doing very well. She has them backstage. She has shown that she had them backstage. You talking about backstage when she was on her, when she was at one of her shows? She had them backstage. I remember when Martell brought them down here to the Essence Fest to see their mom, and Martell had brought them backstage. I remember that. But like I said, guys, it's not over. They still going to court, and Martell said that his attorney is 4-0 against her attorney, and the judge will hear the facts. And he capitalized that. He said the judge will hear the facts. And I only can report what I see, guys. But it's going to be, at the end of the day, they're going to go by with the kids. And, I don't know what age Sophisticated Brat was when, she was placed in different homes. But I know that if she was in a foster home, we have like a book, and write down everything. And the kids get to, carry that on until, the rest of their life, so they know exactly, and they look what's going on. It's not easy, especially when kids are caught up in the middle of everything. It's not easy at all. And also, Sheree was down there in Huntsville. And they put a lot of lies about Sheree and Martell, which I knew all that stuff wasn't real. Because like I said, in here, it's the truth. But like I said, at the end of the day, we all have our opinion. Everybody, they blog about what they want to blog. But Sheree and Martell, they on a business deal. They sitting there most likely with Sheree new clothing line, her joggers. She buy Sheree joggers for men. Martell, I guess he's gonna be modeling in her clothes, and I guess he's training her. They training each other. Most likely, they probably come together and do some type of spinoff, have their own reality show, or he might be a part of She by Sheree, and most likely of Sheree, have one of her shows. Martell most likely gonna be in it. So they've been working out. So now that's what I heard. They both been working out. So quite obvious, they probably have some kind of business deal where they're both gonna go into the clothes line, the clothing line. I am saying the kids love both of their parents. No divide. Yep, I believe the kids love their parents. It's just that when you going through a nasty custody battle, those things like this is gonna happen, and you splitting the kids up. And that, like I said, that's all part of life when you making bad decisions. And at the end, all it does is affect the kids. So you'll see how it all gonna work out. Time will tell. I'm sure that they're gonna put it on. They're gonna go ahead and put it on that show, and that's the problem right there. Those reality shows. Those reality shows is nothing but it messes families up, messes the kids up, because those kids see all that. Those kids see all that, and it affects the kids at the end of the day. But, like I said, they still have to go to court, so it's not over with. Oh, okay, so you say from birth? Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, the memories is not as bad as, when you like 5 and 6 years old. So he was snooping and found she has been seen. Frida just being funny. Frida, are you being funny? Frida just being funny. But guys, something else. Let me see if I can go ahead and find this right here. Let me see if I can pull this up. And I'll get back to Melanie and Martell. But let me see if I can pull this up right here. Because I don't be knowing these people. Guys, do you know anything about these people right here? Someone had emailed me and wanted me to talk about this couple right here. She goes by the name Krishan Rock, and the guy that she's with, he's a boxer, and his name, they call him Blueface. But with these two couples, somebody say they sort of like a Nature Boy and a Sister Wives, which, first of all, I didn't see no similarity in that, because she sat there and she gave her boyfriend a black eye on the street, and Nature Boy would have never ever allow any woman to sit there and give him a black eye. So I don't see no similarity at all. But someone wanted me to go ahead and talk about it. And also, she went ahead and tattooed his name all over her body, tattooed his face under her neck, as you can see, because she's so obsessed with this man, where she even tore up his house, and I guess she cut herself, and she wrote in her blood some stuff about him, which I'm still watching the videos, because like I said, all this stuff right here, it gets all in your spirit. You have to be girded up for stuff like this, man, because these people, they go out there and wallow out in the world, and and come back with all these demonic spirits, and expect things to be all right with them. If you're not living right, and you living in the with the things of this world and tampering with all this demonic stuff, quite obvious, you're going to go through things like this. But this girl right here, she really needs to go ahead and seek some therapy, because she's been through a lot herself as a child. She saw her mom being abused and going through all types of stuff, where she says she was a athlete, where she used to run track, and she used to stay on the track or go to a coach home, or the coach house, just because she didn't want to go back home because of all the abusive stuff that was going on in her home. And sometimes we attract the same people, because now she's attractive to a man that's similar to her stepdad. And that's why I sit there and say, there's a lot of childhood trauma. And if the grown-ups don't be careful of what they're showing in front of those kids, all you doing is ruining those kids' life. And when I saw this story right here, somebody wanted me to go ahead and talk about it, because I don't even know nothing about this younger generation, all this stuff that's going on. But that's just to show you guys, we are living in the last days. We are living in end times. End times. And just look at this right here. Look, they give them all that money, and that's what got them all crazy, because they get all that money. Let me see if I can keep that. Give them all that money, and once they get all that money, they don't know what to do with it. They lose their mind. Yeah, that's what I watched the video, because I really don't know too much about it. But they say that. But he went. I think she was talking to her fans or somebody, and he got mad. But she went outside, and they was fighting with each other, and he was pinning her. He was trying to stop her from hitting him, and they caught where he had pinned her down. So now they're saying that they both are under investigation, which I don't understand why they don't just leave, because as you can see, they are toxic for each other. Good, gonna come out of that. When I saw the videos that someone, and who was sit there and tattoo a guy's name all over their body. Look how beautiful she is. I mean, she's very beautiful. And all she's doing is drinking and smoking herself away. Like I say, guys, you just have to be careful, because we living now in a world that love is on. And these kids right here, they are exposed to so much. That's why I say, when it comes to Martell and Melanie kids, you don't want your kids to expose through all that different stuff around different people, because those spirits, it gets on you. Those spirits attach themselves to you, especially with unbelievers, unequal yoke people. And they both came from good. And I know this guy right here that calls himself Blueface. His mom is you can see she's a very decent person that cares about her son and don't want to see her son go through all this stuff. But if they don't split and leave each other, they both gonna end up in jail, or he gonna end up ruining his career because they say that he's a boxer. But it's sad when you can get all this money and just lose your mind over it. That's why they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. All money is not good money. They'll put all that in your face, but you got to realize that, if it's not used right, it would end up tearing you down. And you can see that these kids, they don't know what they're getting into, just getting into any and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and follow this and see, a little bit about this. But you also have to be careful because, see, I got enough with when I was making videos on Nature Boy and Carbonation. I had enough with them, and Lord knows I don't need to watch any more of that stuff, because that right there was a little too much. And now they're saying that he have more women in the house, and that's what made her upset, where I think they said that she was fighting with the women inside the home, and she ended up breaking her tooth out. She broke the teeth out, where she ended up putting his face on one of her tooth, her missing tooth. So she's walking around with a flipper with a picture of him on her tooth. When I saw that, guys, I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it when I saw that. These people is messed up. That's why I say, guys, you have to train. The Bible tells us that we have to train up our children in the way that they should go. Because when they depart from you, trust me, you don't want them to lose, especially what you have taught them. Because, if not, the world going to teach them. And when the world teach them, trust me, they're going to be all screwed up, as you can see. These kids are all screwed up. He looked through her phone, and she tried to look at his phone, and he said, no. Yeah, I saw that. So she knows a lot about that. Girl, you can fill me in, because I don't know too much about these people. Yes, I saw that too. I saw one of those videos as well, where he looked in her, she grabbed his phone and was looking at the numbers, and he got upset about it. No, he did her. So if you didn't want the girl, you want the girl out of your home, why would you go through her phone? That doesn't make sense. Like I say, these people, they are nothing but a train wreck. A train wreck. But they gonna end up in jail, and his life, his career, and everything else gonna end up being taken away from him, because they said that they canceled one of his gigs because of the fight that he had with her on the street. So he's messing up his career already, because that's just to show you that these people, the devil only bless people, them fools, with all that money these people got, and just don't know what to do with it. Yeah, I read the same thing. I saw it too. I've been watching them those past 2 days that I wasn't online. I was watching them. I mean, these people, I'm home now. Yeah, these people are crazy. I mean, that's just to show you guys. That's why I say you got to be careful. You have to be careful how you raise your kids and how your kids are around people, because, I mean, the devil is out there seeking who he can devour. And the thing about it is that he's after these kids. He after the babies. I mean, just tearing them up, destroying them. And I don't know no one Name one person that you know that was in the entertainment industry and they came out in their right mind. I don't know no one. They always messed up. They all end up messed up. All of them messed up. The only actor that I know is not messed up, and that's Denzel Washington, Angela Bassett, because they come from the old school. But these young ones right now, these young ones is messed up. See, they didn't have the actors and a music like we had back then. These kids can sing anything, auto-tune anything, and get billions of people, these children, these babies, to listen to all that mess. And all that stuff get all in those kids' spirit, mess them all up. Sophisticated said that it doesn't seem to be a hard industry to raise children. The entertainment industry? You don't think it's hard in the entertainment industry? That starts the fight. They started the fight, exactly, and lost endorsements. Yeah, they losing endorsements. Because they have all that money and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to invest. They buying all this unnecessary stuff. And the thing about it is that they're being wasted in the meantime. And the reason why they keep them wasted, because them demons or them old devils knows that all they're going to do is take the money from them. I promise you, all that money that she have in her hands right now, before the night was over with, she probably didn't have not nails, dollar, whatever it is, $100, whatever it is. She didn't bring nothing home with her because them vultures took it out of her hands. All that money. And that money right there could be a school. They could have built a school with that money. They could have built many black businesses with that money. But they don't know how to invest with stuff like that. They're wasteful. It does. I agree. Please read again, Miss Lady. It does. Oh, you say it does seems to be a hard industry to raise. Yes. Yes, it is. It's very hard. It's very hard. Very hard. I have a sister right now. My baby sister is down there. You know, she's been down there for almost, I think, like 15 years. And it's not hard. That's an industry that, you know, you don't want. You can't raise kids in that industry. You cannot raise those kids in that industry. Because something is gonna like. And when them children grow up, I promise you, those children they gonna regret. You gonna have problems with your kids. Because those kids gonna remember that you never was home. And you can't bring your kids on the road with you. And you can't even keep the kids in that home. Sooner or later, you're going to be giving the kids up. And when you give the kids up, because you're running after your lifestyle, and you give the kids, and I'm not just saying Melanie and Martell, when you give the kids to their dad gonna end up most likely remarrying somebody, and the step parents is not going to treat your kids the way you going to treat them. And once them kids get old, them kids going to resent you. Them kids going to hate you. Those kids is don't even want to have nothing to do with you, because you chose a lifestyle of the world. And I'm not talking about Melanie, guys, Melanie and Martell. I'm talking in general. I'm talking facts, what I know. Those kids going to resent you. And they're going to have childhood traumas that's going to affect them the rest of their life. But when you reach out to your kids not even going to want to pick up the phone. They're not even going to want to talk to you. Sophisticated said, my baby sister's son was in the industry and it's almost destroyed him. He's still trying to record from the lifestyle of Hollywood. Girl, I'm telling you, I could tell you some stories. Ain't nothing good come out the industry, because I don't care how pretty you think you are, how good you think you are. If somebody up there is much prettier than you, can sing better than you, and once you get older, them people is not worrying about you, because it's all about the industry. It's all about money. They're going to toss you to the side, and they're going to end up getting younger people. And if you don't have a good portfolio, you invest in your money wisely, then you're going to be back where you started off at. And you just sitting there struggling. Sophisticated says, my nephew is 30 years old and has a very strained relationship with his mother. Thank you. 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 My nephew don't want to have nothing to do with his mama. Nothing. Not one thing. Don't want to have nothing to do with him. Like I say, guys, ain't nothing new under the sun. And see, when I came on and I started my channel, I asked God, I don't want to tell you nothing that I've never been through. And I only can tell you what I've been through. And them children is not, the children don't even want to look at your pictures. Don't want to watch none of your movies, nothing. Don't even want to hear nothing about you. Especially when they know that you cheated them out of their life. How the heck you can be so attached to your children, your small children, and soon in a minute you felt like somebody say you can be a superstar, and all of a sudden you just sit there and just detach yourself from your kids. That affect these children. That had affected these children. And then you bring the kids to the dad, yes, but they want their mom. The kids wanted their mom. And the dad remarried, had more kids. His older kids felt like they was left out. Felt like they was being in a toxic home with the stepmom. The daughter, like I say, the girls, sometimes the girls, they'll grow up fine. But the boys, some of the boys, they may look like they tough, but sometimes a boy, they need their mom around too. But that stuff end up affecting the kids. It end up, yes, you're right, sophisticated. Years that can never be given back to those children. And it affects those kids. Don't want to have nothing to do with you no more. Nothing. Nothing. Because you chose the lifestyle that will chew you up and spit you out over your own children. I don't know. I couldn't do it. I'm serious. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I said there. I tried. I went on a vacation, and I got to get back to my kids, honey. I got to get back to my kids. But see, and I know I was young. But you just got to be careful. You got to be careful, because when God give you those kids, He give you those kids so you can train them, so you can raise them, so when they grow old, they're gonna be productive. And you can't please all your kids, because some of them just turn out to a brat. Some of them just, you can give them or do, and some kids, but like I said, at least you did your part. Long as you did your part, because sometimes when you disciplining your kid, the first thing that they thinking that you're being hard on them. So, but long as you did your part, long as that you made sure that they had a roof over their head, they wasn't bouncing from one place to another. You made sure that your kids, was fed, had a clean bed to lay in, and not somebody else's bed. So long as you did that for your kids, you have nothing to worry about. My sister allowed him to go to Hollywood at a young age for a short time. He was very successful, but shortly after fame came disaster. Wow. Girl, me, you got a lot to talk about. Wow. Absolutely. It's just not easy, especially when you have children. It's not easy. When you have kids, guys, it's not easy. That's why we just have to be careful. And you don't want any and everybody under your kids anyway. Especially in the world that we live in with that perverted spirits. And all these different spirits, everybody sitting there. When you sit there and you set grounds and boundaries for your kids, then someone else, you bring them into their home, they have boundaries in their home, then you start confusing those kids. Because kids are like a sponge. What they do is they soak up everything that you tell them, like a computer. They soaks it all up. So that's why, we have to be careful who our kids are around. We have to be real careful, because people is not going to treat your children the way that you would. They're not going to do that. They're not going to treat your kids like that, because they don't have the attachment that you have with your kids. And when it comes to stuff like this, custody battles, guys, it's it is not nothing good gonna it's just it's ugly. It's ugly, but it's gonna be for the best with the kids. What's best for the kids. And just say that if Martell, he decided to remarry and have more kids, with blended families, that's hard. But it can work out, because it's the way that you train a child. It can work out. It's just hard. I worked 2 jobs most of my life, but I thank God that he set it up so that I was able to raise my children. Of course, I have regrets, but who doesn't? Yeah. Who is Brad, guys? Again, fathers are very important, but a mother love is irreplaceable. And that's true. That's true. And especially, your daughters, when they start growing up, and if they, they wants to be under both, because a man cannot show your daughters, how to certain things. They may think that they can, but some things, especially when your daughter start growing up, becoming a teenager, she wants to be close to her mom, because there's certain things that a mom can tell their young daughter, as she's growing up, especially with her body changing and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure she can tell her dad anything, but certain things you don't want to tell your dad. Not a girl, you want to tell your mom, because your mom been through all the changes that your body is going through. And that's just like with a man, with the boys. They child, Martell's son. Certain things that Martell could tell him, what Melanie cannot, because Melanie, she never been a male. And that's where I say, when it comes to custody battles, it's nasty. It's nothing good is going to come out of it. Again, fathers are very important. But yeah, blessed. I'm age 60. My kids 30 and 38. Females I grew up with try to grow kids, buddy, partying, drinking, hanging out, never me. Yeah, but it's a way that you train a child, and the Bible says that. But you want to make sure that both parents are happy, because you don't want to stay in a relationship and knowing that you're not happy with each other, but you're in there just for the sake of the kids. And that's not easy as well, because all you're doing is making the whole house miserable. So I don't know how they're going to be able to come together with that. I don't know, and stay on that show and work together. Ain't no in the world that they gonna be able to do that. And that's why I think that Martell, he's about to lead the show. I think that he's gonna lead the show, and him and Cherie and whatever he got, the dealings they doing, what kind of business deal that they are doing, because you know when I call it, oh, shoot. Sorry about that, guys. But you know when I call it on here, trust me, you could take it to the bank, because just about everything that I have said, trust me, it always come to pass. And when I say I had a feeling how everything was going on, it happened. And what I think, guys, and that's the reason why Sheree is in Huntsville. And remember, you guys, you heard it from here first, okay? This is what I believe. And I'm going to say allegedly. It's my opinion, because we all have an opinion at the end of the day. And half of the stuff that these people say they make up, okay? But this is what I think. I think that Martell, he's about to lead the show. I think that he done worked out a deal with Carlos King. Most likely, Sheree is going to be a part of it. And that's how they're going to be able to sit there and work everything out. Because no way, with all this nasty custody battle that's going on with Martell and Melanie, no way that those people are going to be able to work together. You cannot tell me that these people are going to work together. Somebody going to end up going to jail. Because you remember when they was trying to work it out last season or the season before, when they was fighting with each other back and forth. I even sat there and made a video. I say, if I have to watch another video of watching these two fighting back and forth, they need to go ahead and cut that show off. And you know, on OWN network, Oprah is not going to have it. Because you remember when Melanie they all was at one of their friends' house when she took a wine glass and threw at Martell. When Martell had said some stuff that had really got under her skin. So ain't no way in the world that those two gonna be able to work together. I don't think that they're gonna be able to work together. I don't think that they're gonna be able to work together. So what I think is, this is what I think. This right here. Let me see if I can post it. Let me see. Hey guys, sorry about that. I had every time when I go switch over to something, I always get disconnected. But this is what I think. I think that, I don't know if you guys heard what I said, but I think that this is what's going to happen. Let me see if I can go ahead and post it. This is what I think going to happen right here. This is what's going to happen, because you know, guys, when I call it, believe me, you can go ahead and bank on it. This is what's going to happen right here. Sheree and Martell is going to get together, and they're going to go ahead and have their own reality show. And Carlos King knows exactly what's going to go ahead and happen. And that's why Sheree is in Huntsville. Now, maybe those two together, because Martell is maybe a part, they training together. Or maybe Sheree is going to have Martell to model her new joggers. And that's how they're going to start their own spinoff. Because Sheree is not going to shine on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sheree is going to OWN. Now, what you're going to hear other bloggers talking about it. because they sitting there saying that Carlos King is trying to go back to Bravo. No, Carlos King is very happy on OWN because he's free on OWN. And just like I had told you guys on several of my other videos that I used to make about this, that all those women that was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and even Nene should have pitched a show on OWN. She would have been much happier on OWN than on Bravo, because Bravo ain't nothing but a plantation. And Sheree is going to end up on OWN Network with Martell. Sheree and Martell is going to go ahead and pitch a show. Those two going to pitch a show. Because no way, I don't know if you guys have heard me, but I'm going to go ahead and repeat it myself, because I'm going to start editing my videos anyway. So if I'm repeating something, it's because I'm going to go ahead and edit it. But no way that Martell and Melanie gonna be able to work on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. No way in the world those two gonna be able to work together. Sheree is going to be on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. He said that is an interview and was going to be addressed. I don't know. And even if she comes on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, them two gonna spin off, because Martell and Melanie is not going to be able to work together. Not if he's trying to get full custody of those kids. And just say that if Melanie, with the stuff that's going on with this entertainment stuff, singing, don't go well, then Melanie going to be back in Huntsville in her business. And she's not going to be wanting to just set in her business. She's going to want to be on television. And I don't think that Melanie is going to be able to handle a show just Melanie. Because most likely, if she stay on Love in Huntsville, she's going to have to film with her castmates. And the way that Martell is saying that everybody's finding out about Melanie, that most likely they don't want to film with Melanie anymore. They're all finding out the real Melanie. Now, that's according to Martell. Because I know Stormy, that's Melanie's friend. And she was hanging out with Tisha and the rest of them. Which I don't know all their names. I'm just watching them. I'm catching up with everything now. But according to Martell, on this post that he wrote on Instagram, that nobody wants to be a part of, nobody don't even want to be around Melanie anymore, because once they find out who she is, and see how she turns on them. Because look at Destiny and Melanie was friends, which Destiny was Martell's friend first, but now she's friends with Martell. And they have pictures on Instagram where Stormy, she's with Destiny and Tisha and Kimmy and all the rest of them. So I don't know how it's going to work out. But trust me, if you've been following me, when I call it, trust me, you can take it to the bank. And that's real talk. Carlos King said that Sheree has already been taping on the show. That's why she's there. Yeah, just like I said, they gonna spin off of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. That's the way that he's gonna close it out. I just said that. Just go and watch replay my video. That's how they gonna get their spin-off. They might come on for this season, and after that, that's it. Because I don't think that Melanie and Martell gonna be able to work together on that show. Now maybe Melanie might leave, but one of them got to leave. Sheree is going to be on Love and Marriage. He said that in an interview, Carlos King, that Sheree has already been taping on the show. That's why she's there. But like I said, guys, when I call it, trust me, you can take it to the bank. Everything that I called, you could take it to the bank. Which at the end of the day is the only one's opinion, okay? And it's my opinion. Just like I told Nene, on Real Housewives of Atlanta how things was gonna play out. It played out exactly the way I told her. When I told Nene, I said, if you go back on season 13, ain't nothing good was gonna come out. That Nene retweeted that video. She sure did. And I'm telling you right now, remember, I am hidden treasure. Remember, you heard it from here. And I really don't talk about reality shows that much. But the reason why I talk about it, because I believe that the Most High God could take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. First, you got to catch the fish in order to clean it up. And where everybody at? In front of this drama reality show, which, like I told you, ain't nothing but a distraction. Targets black people. Stereotypes black people. And I promise you, that's exactly how it's going to work. It's going to work like this. You know? But that's where everybody at. You're right. That's where everybody at. Sophisticated. People love drama. Thirst for drama. We ain't ready to cross over. But you got to get them where they at. And that's what I do with these reality shows. That's why when I watch the reality shows, I don't do a review of the surface part of stuff. I dig into the deep. Which many people don't like it, but that's okay. You know, I see that. I see the foolishness. I see the distraction. I see all this stuff. And as sophisticated and I am, you make sure you come and tell me. Remember what I just said and say that Lady D has said it first on her channel. And that's exactly how it's going to work. Just like I had told you about Martell was going after Melanie because he didn't want his kids bounce from place to place. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that on my channel before he said that and post all that stuff? Didn't I say that? And I know his main target was Melanie's brother. He didn't want those kids at that house. And most likely that's why he went ahead and sat there and did that custody thing. And just like I'm telling you right now, with this right here, this might be his last season on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and Sheree is going to come on. And they're going to spin off into their own show. And that's real talk. Thank you, love. Because want me to tell you why you love it? Because see, I look at the spiritual side of things. You see, when people do a reality show, they only do the surface, the entertainment part, because see, they can't see behind the veil. But see, when I do look at this foolish stuff, I look behind the veil. I look behind the veil. And I see this foolish stuff, and all this stuff is just only a distraction. That's all it is, just to ruin families. Anyone that have a strong relationship and come on those reality shows and think that they're going to leave off with a strong marriage, they got to be crazy. Unless they Dr. Heavenly. Because ain't nobody going to mess with Dr. Heavenly and her daddy. They ain't going to come through her daddy because she'll curse them out in a minute. They ain't going to cross Dr. Heavenly. But anybody else, they come on that show, they will ruin you. Because that's the nature of the beast. Almighty dollars. And you make sure you come and tell me, because see, I have a spirit of discernment. And even though I'm taking it, I'm putting in my energy on this foolish stuff, when I could elevate to something else. But you have to realize how I started this channel, how I got this channel. When you take in the foolish things of this world, which is these reality shows, you catching them. So you got to sit down, you got to figure out how to clean the fish. And I'm telling you right now, all this stuff is just a distraction. These people have sold their soul for almighty dollars. And nothing good is going to come out of it but destruction. Destruction, that's it. I don't know no one that lasts on those reality shows that's in their right mind. None of them. They all messed up. Every last one of them. Maybe Cynthia Bailey, because she was balanced. She didn't really let money get the best of her. Because I think Cynthia Bailey and her husband, Mike Hill, I think they are doing good. Thank you, Sophisticated. I wish the best for all of them too. But you have to be ahead of the game, I am. You see, what's his name? Marcel and Tisha, they're ahead of the game. Marcel and Tisha and Kimmy and I can't think of what Kimmy's husband name. But they are ahead of the game. And the reason why they are ahead of the game is because they came in as family. And see, that's where Melanie didn't play her cards right. Because see, Melanie is the one that had pitched this show. Well, her friend of a friend pitched this show to Call Us King. And trust me. But see, Melanie, she had got us 2 sets of family on that show. Because see, Marcel and Maurice are brothers. So by you getting that set of family on that show, that right there weakened Melanie. So Melanie cannot move as she want to move. So that's why either Melanie and she have to start a whole new set of cast, and the only way that she can set a whole new cast, she gonna have to do it from a part of Love and Marriage in Huntsville, because Maurice and his brothers, they're not going nowhere. So it's either gonna have to be Melanie and Martell. One of them gonna have to go. I know some of the cast personally. Well, I know the only person that I do know is one of the guys that helped Melanie to get on that show. And I don't know the other ones. But I'm telling you, I promise you, you're going to come back and tell me everything that I said was facts come to pass. Because I take the foolish things of this world, and that's that foolish reality show, to make a believe all them ones that's all into it. All the ones that's into this mess, they looking from the outside in. Just like everybody else. But you see, when you bias and you one-sided, you're not going to be able to see the truth. You're not going to be able to see the real stuff that's going on. And I see it. Those two about to come up with their own show. Either those two going to come up with their own spinoff, or Cherie going to be a part of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. And maybe Cherie might want to walk away from Bravo. I don't know. And Call Us King gonna end up taking everybody off that Bravo, off of Bravo Network, which that'll be good. I've been praying for them to come off of the plantation, because I've stopped watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me lower my mic down some. I stopped watching Real Housewives of Atlanta since Nene had left. And Carlos King had on his show, he even had Kim Zolciak. He had what's her name? He had Deshaun White, and that's my favorite. I loved me some Deshaun White. But see, Bravo got rid of Deshaun White because see, she was too peaceful for them. They wanted somebody that was gonna act a fool for them. But if all of them come to all of them come to Own Network, trust me, I will watch it. I will watch that show. Yep, I love that. A mess into the message. And that's what I'm gonna name. A mess into a message. That's exactly what I'm. So when I come on and I talk about reality shows, that's what I'm gonna put. A mess into the message. Because first you got to sit there, you got to feed them in order to clean them. And that's exactly what Jesus did. When Jesus sat there and he took the fish and the 5 loaves of bread, he met their physical body first. He fed them physically before he fed them spiritually. And see, even Peter, who that was, Peter? No, Paul. Paul, he went where they were. Paul he didn't do and act like the world, but he met them where they were. And sometimes we got to meet people exactly where they are. So you see where I'm going with this, Sophisticated. Somebody see it. She see where I'm going with this. She see where I'm going with this. Because all this stuff right here is nothing but a distraction. And you know good and well, when have this entertainment industry ever did right by us? Never. They always look at us as mammies, maid, thieves. They always stereotyped us. And if Carlos King can sit there and take it and put everybody on Own Network and show us something that we can be Black entrepreneurs, we can have businesses, I would love to see that. People will watch that. Not everybody is into all that drama. I would love to see that. I would love to see Martell and Sheree and even Melanie, all of them can do business instead of all that fighting. And that's what the show was about. That's how the show has started off. Because Marcel has said that he thought when they pitched the show to him, he thought that they all was going to talk about being Black entrepreneurs. He didn't know that they was going to be all into his business. And that's why things is not going right with the show anyway, because you built it off a lie. And anytime when you build something off a lie, nothing good is going to come out of it. Because very seldomly you will hear anything about these people talking about their business. It's always about drama. Oh, but gosh, girl, let me tell you what really got me. When they said there, yes, the trick of the enemy. That's what it was, a cheap trick. A cheap trick. That's all it was, a cheap trick. But ain't nobody mad but the devil, because anytime when you try to sit there and build something off a lie, it's going to end up backfiring on you. It's going to backfire on you because you built it off a lie. Knowing good and well that you were setting a trap for these people. You had no business in mind. It was all about digging in relationships. Melanie, she already knew when she pitched that show, she was there to sit there and do exactly what she did. She knew what she was doing. Because even Carlos King has said, Even he was shocked. My throat's starting to hurt. Say even he was shocked when she came on the first season talking about the marriage and talking about the cheating part. At least let it get to 2 or 3 seasons before you talk about it. But when you build anything off a lie, it's gonna backfire. That's why they say what the devil meant for bad, God gonna turn it around for your good. And even if they did wrong, God could turn it around if you did it dirty yourself, because 2 wrongs don't make it right. And I see these two people right there, Sheree and Martell. I see them 2 right there. They up to something. These 2 about to sit there and come out with their spinoff. Or they gonna be on that show. And Melanie, she gonna be in Hollywood. Or wherever she's gonna be. And I wish the best for her. I wish the best for all of them. Because they're all my people. And I wish all of them successful. I don't wish none of them sit there in Paris. But you can't fight evil with evil. You can't. Somebody have to be the bigger person and draw the line and get on with their life. Even though the sad thing about it is that, kids are involved in it. But it's not until the end. It could work out. It can work out. But you have to do what's best for the kids. And you know good and well, Sheree and Martell does not have anything in common. Nothing. All this right here is for show. All this right here is for show. What could Martell give to Sheree? Nothing. Sheree loves money. And I don't think Martell wants Sheree. This is for this business. This is business. And I hope that they be successful. And these trolls that's going around sitting there and going on this dude page, this dude trying to have a business with his wine, and you should read the nasty comments. I mean, black people, our people, wrote some nasty stuff under this man's comment, and he's trying to sell his wine. Black business. You messing up people with black business. That does not make no sense at all. Somebody had wrote under one of his comments, which he went ahead and deleted all this stuff, when he was selling his wine, had said that it tastes like the crack of coleslaw. You know what? It tastes like the crack of coleslaw's butt. Now you know good and well they was wrong for that. You know good and well that ain't. And these people want to say that they team Melanie, they team right. This ain't nothing but demonic spirits, demons. These people are demons, guys. I'm telling you. This is not the act of God. This is the act of the devil. And someone had put, because someone had said it was a lot of nasty reviews on it, which it was. It's a lot of. I must have deleted all the stuff that I had put on, because I had copied some of the text that they had, some of the comments. That was wrong. Why would these people want to go on this man's page where he's trying to make a living for him and his family and write all those nasty comments. Why would people do something like that? Just because this man sat there and stepped out on his relationship, his marriage, you swear that this man stepped out on them. I'm so glad that God didn't make man to sit there and save me. Because if God would have made man to sit there to save me, like they said, they say man is God. Man is the little God. Man is not the big God. Because if man was the big God, he would forget about me and you. Like the song say, honey, he wouldn't even let the sun shine on you. He wouldn't even let the rain fall on you. Man will forget you. And I'm so glad that man didn't make me. Because they surely, like the song says, they surely will forget all about me. You can give a review even if a negative without being distasteful. That's it. That's it. Why would these people do that? Miserable people. That's why I'm so glad. Just like that song says, I'm so glad that man didn't make me, because he would surely forget me. The sun wouldn't even shine on me. That's just to show we live in a very demonic, evil world. Very demonic world. That's sad. Why would people do stuff like that? People that they don't even know. That's just to show you they miserable. And not only miserable, most of them that's doing all the talking is bloggers, are bitter people, very bitter people. Very bitter. Don't have nothing in life, not gonna ever have nothing in life. Ain't nobody gonna give them nothing in life. They're gonna always be working for penny as long as they with that nasty, miserable attitude. And the one that do the most posting about Martell and Huntsville, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, they already. Let me leave. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But these people are miserable, because they ain't got nothing. Like I said, misery loves company. Look, she just said that. Girl, I didn't even read your comment when you said that. Sophisticated say misery loves company. And I just said that. I didn't even read a comment when I say that, but it's the truth. I mean, half of these people, they don't have a pot that you know what and the one to throw out of. And the one that's doing the most talking, they already done post her home wish. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and you don't have a home, you renting and living in an apartment, which nothing wrong with living in an apartment. But if I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna lease an apartment, it better make sure it be a daggone good, clean apartment. A daggone good, nice apartment. If it's not my own, if it's somebody else, it better be nice. So these people are miserable. I promise you guys, if YouTube would demonetize them, they would be most likely working at Burger King. Ain't nothing wrong with Burger King at all, but I'm just saying, not for a grown woman. If you're a grown woman, no, you shouldn't be working at no Burger King. No, you shouldn't. That's for kids. The kids that coming out of school, high school. I just show you, misery loves company. These people ain't got nothing. That's why they got their foot on these people's neck, like it's their life. That's not your life. These people don't know you from a can of paint. Them people see you on the street on fire, they wouldn't even pee on your tail. Guys, you got to stop being so miserable. Them people will watch your tail on fire. Tag, man. Just like Rodney King said, can we all get along? Our people, we hate each other. You know we hate each other. Our people just can't get along. We just can't get along. We can't get it, and we don't want nobody else to get it. Why would you want to mess up this man's business or anybody else's business? Why? Oh, I know why. Just like they did me and everybody else. Because they can't think of it. They don't know how to get it together, and they don't want you to have it. It's so sad and have been going on for... Yes. It is our own people. Like I told you, Sophisticated, I cannot talk about something that I've never been through myself. I've been through all this. And it'd be your own people. Not knowing when I'm blessed, you're going to be blessed too. But hate to see us because they still have that slave mentality. Still stuck on a plantation. And all you're doing is hurting yourself. All you're doing is hurting yourself because nothing good gonna come out of it. You reap what you sow. Whatever you put out in the atmosphere is gonna always come back to you. And I know for sure. I've been through it. I've been through hell and back dealing with our people. Jealousy is crueler than the grave. Don't you know jealousy will keep their eyes on their prey until they try to take them down? And these people on this, these people are very miserable. They don't know these people. They don't know what's happening in these people's homes. They don't know what kind of arrangements these people have or why something happened. The Bible talk about jealousy. Jealous is a green-eyed monster. Jealousy will keep their eyes on you until they try to rip the life out of you, suck the life out of you. That's just how jealousy is. It's sad. And the thing about it is that it's our people. Because we still have that slave mentality. These people right now, they're no longer, when they sit there and talk about all this stuff that's going on with these people that they don't know, they come across now as very weird people, very starkish, weird people. Because you don't know these people. This is a reality show. Do you think that these people going to show you their life? They're going to show you just a small portion of their life. Unless they want to come on and keep feeding to all these trolls. Keep feeding them. And to show you sick. That's why I sat there and say, God told me, don't you post these people children on your page again. And if you post those kids, blot out their face. But I don't post kids anyway. And the reason why I would never post these people kids on my channel again is because these people come across as very crazy, insane pedophiles. That's what they are. Because anybody that sat there and stalking kids, talking about kids, babies, posting these kids. Somebody need to report those videos. Because that's crazy. That's insane. You don't know these people. And yes, I did say Ariane Curry, she needs to get her bodyguard. And somebody asked me, how she could get a bodyguard? She don't have no money. Now they counting that girl money. They counting this girl money. Don't you know when y'all was talking about Ariane Curry was on a little mini vacation? Do you guys know that? Most likely, trust me, you know who most likely has sent her there on her little mini vacation? So don't you think that whoever's sitting there helping her, taking care, providing for her, will get her a bodyguard? I don't think she gonna want for nothing. I don't think she gonna want for anything. And the reason why Ariane might not want for anything, because y'all the ones setting that open doors for her. You guys, because of y'all jealous, lying, demonic trolls, open the door for Ariane Curry. The more dirt that you putting on her, all you doing is building up stepping stones for this girl, giving her opportunities. And that's why she should thank her haters. Don't you know your haters can be your motivators, your best cheerleaders, because they are the ones that pushing you into your blessings? It's the haters. The haters are the ones that pushes you into your blessings. So let them keep hate. Let them keep hating. Say thank you, haters. That's what Ariane needs to say. Thank you, haters. No matter what she did, God will right her wrong because of you. You cleaning her slate. And I'm not going to preach, so I'm going to get off of here because like I said there and say, guys, y'all ain't gonna, I don't get paid for this. Which I do, everything that I do for God anyway. This is my ministry. But Ariane needs to say, thank you, haters. Because all that stuff that this girl did, and Martell, y'all cleaning it up for them. Y'all are cleaning up their mess and opening up doors of opportunities for them because of your jealous spirit. That's how God worked. That's how the Most High God worked. And I could show you a scripture. Don't ever despise the small things. Don't ever try to do wrong to nobody. Because when you find fault and do wrong to somebody, don't you know you might have God have a change of mind about that person? That's scripture. Don't ever try to put your foot on nobody. Don't never gloat over no one's downfall. Because today is them and tomorrow it can be you. And on that note, guys, you all have a blessed night. Thank you, Sophisticated Brat. Thank you, guys, for joining my life. And I hope you all have a good night.